And we're back. We're coming at you from the Robarts Arena in Sarasota, Florida. Being brought to us by a perfect event, Sarasota BMW, USANA, and a basket case. We're getting ready for our second fight, which is in the middleweight division. Serge Cadeus, who's 1-1, is going to be taking on Wisner Desmaret, who will be making his pro debut here in Sarasota, Florida, as we get ready to send it up to Bob Alexander right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Robarts Arena in Sarasota, Florida, our next bout of the evening is brought to you by PerfectEnergySports.com and Just a Basket Case. Scheduled for 4 rounds of professional boxing in the middleweight division. The 3 judges scoring at ringside: Jed O'Connor, Emil Conforti, and Mike Ross. Your referee in charge of the action, Emil Lombardi. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks. He weighed in at 160 pounds. Tonight, making his professional debut from Fort Myers, Florida, here is Wisner, Fearless Desmaret. His opponent fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks with yellow trim. He weighed in at 157.5 pounds. He is undefeated in his professional career. 1 win, no losses. Originally from Brooklyn, New York, now fighting out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Here is Serge, the Haitian assassin, Cadeus.
This middleweight fight between these two guys, Serge Cadeus, who's wearing the black trunks with the yellow trim, going up against Wisner Desmaret, who's in the all-black trunks. Desmaret's making his pro debut. Serge Cadeus is right now has a 1-1 record. I'm sorry, he's 1-0 going into this fight.
Oh, he's 1-0. I thought he was. It's interesting.
He was in a fight in Tampa late last year, and he's got skill. I mean, he clearly looks like the skilled fighter, but Desmaret's coming out to try to end things early in this fight, Carl.
He is definitely starting out the aggressor, but again, it's early. Let's see how long that lasts. We've seen that last fight with Younger doing the same thing, and that kind of faded, as gradually it went to. He didn't get denied. This guy Desmaret is a little shorter, and he needs to apply a little pressure if he intends to do what he's doing. But he looks to be in a little better condition than the last guy.
Well, Sal, I had a chance to talk with Serge Cadeus, and one of the things he said about his previous fight was that he felt that he wasn't able to display what he feels are his skills. He felt that he got roped into fighting a do-or-die, rock'em sock'em type fight, and it seems like Desmaret is trying to get him into the same kind of fight here.
I agree, and you know what? But Desmaret is fighting his fight, and he's got to learn how to fight his own fight. And I think right now, if he wants to try to shadow a fighter and convert his own style, he's going to lose a lot of fights because he's got to stand what he stands for, and he's got to fight his fight and do the best he can with his skills and ability. You can't convert and try to fight another opponent's fight.
As we're into this first round of this middleweight fight between Serge Cadeus, who's in the black trunks with the yellow trim, and Wisner Desmaret, who's in the all-black trunks. To me, guys, it seems clear that Serge Cadeus is the more talented fighter, but I don't know if he's winning this round. I think Desmaret is landing the harder punches, and it almost seems like Serge Cadeus is waiting. It's like he's acting like this is a 10-round fight. This is a 4-round fight, guys.
For me, guys have a tendency, and I just think it's a mistake that it's a 4-round fight, which is only 1 round more than you do in the amateurs. You can ill afford to take any rounds off. The longer the fight goes, schedule-wise, the more rounds you perhaps can take off. But when you're a 4-round fight, you got to get busy right away. And a lot of these guys are doing a little much that filling out process.
Well, you know what I'm seeing,
It's
Sal?
costly.
Yeah, well, what I'm seeing, Sal, is that Serge seems to be trying to be too perfect. You know, he should be letting his hands go. Desmaret is obviously pressing the action, but why isn't Serge, as we hear the bell to sound the end of the first round, to me it seems like Serge Cadeus should be just like we were saying that Ray Younger in the first fight that we watched, who was trying to use his arm reach and height advantage. In this fight, Serge Cadeus should be doing the same thing.
Should be.
Yeah.
Definitively should be.
Right. He's not throwing punches.
No, he's not throwing punches. He looks a little lackadaisical. And what Carl said earlier, with a 4-round fight, you cannot afford to take off. You have 4 rounds to display, to win a round, to be aggressive, to definitely fire the gun, stay in the pocket, slip some punches, counter some punches, and not get hit. And that's the best thing you could do. But right here, he's looking like he's fighting an 8 or 10 round fight.
Yeah.
It's not true.
We got a great crowd here at the Robarts Arena in Sarasota, Florida. And as we're getting ready to start the second round in this middleweight matchup between Serge Cadeus, who's in the black trunks with the yellow trim, and Wisner Desmaret in the all-black trunks. On my unofficial scorecard, I felt that Wisner Desmaret won that first round on pure, busyness.
Yeah,
Carl,
aggression. I agree. And as I was noticing, the trainer in Serge Cadeus' corner was asking for more jabs. I want to see if he's follows those instructions. Thus far, he has it. He's tying the guy up. Desmaret is clearly fighting the fight that he wants to fight. I like to see if Cadeus can actually execute what his trainer's asking him to do.
Well, Sal, it was like what I said to you earlier. Serge Cadeus, to me, appears that he's trying to be too perfect, while it's almost like he's thinking too much, where it should be more automatic. So while he's thinking about being perfect, Wisner Desmaret is landing punches that are scoring, and ultimately, in my opinion, at least after that first round, I kind of gave it to Desmaret.
Well, I did too. And, Desmaret, he seems just like the busier fighter. And in a 4-round fight, the busier fighter is going to win.
Unless he runs out of gas, Carl.
Well, you know what? This guy seems like this is his pro debut, and I think he wants to start off on the winning track. And he's fighting like he wants to win. The other guy, I don't quite understand the guy's 1-0. Why he isn't trying to execute what his trainers have to.
He's bigger, he's stronger.
He's longer, he's rangier. He should keep this kid at bay with the jab, bop, 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 and do those kind of things. He's giving up. He's making himself too short to fight Desmaret at this point. That's just my opinion. Desmaret
is fighting like, after the fight he wants to go have a few drinks and get a little crazy. That's the way he's fighting to me.
Well, he probably will.
Yeah.
If you know anything about this kid, he's capable.
Yeah. Well, here he's throwing some haymakers.
He's winging, man. I'll tell you.
He's throwing
he
some
wanted
haymakers.
to take his head off with that one.
And again, I do give Serge Cadeus some credit. He is trying to. His composure is good. He's fighting like he's got more than one fight under his belt. But unfortunately, this is only a 4-round fight.
Maybe his trainer, so maybe they're telling him he's winning. I don't know, but he needs to step it up. He's lacking in the aggression department. He's initiating the clinches. He's not using his range, and he's
crossing his legs right there too.
Yeah, and he's certainly not putting any combinations together. Yeah. So when you add all those things up together, you're not going to come out ahead, especially if you got a shorter guy that's moving a little bit, punching a little bit as we come to the end of the round.
Second round is over. I kind of, I'm trying.
For me, the best thing can happen is a draw right now.
Well, to me, I think that we're on our way because I thought that Serge did enough to win that round.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I didn't think so.
I thought he did enough to win that round. So on my unofficial scorecard, I got it 1 round apiece in a scheduled 4-round fight in the middleweight division. As we see that the third round is on its way.
Well, I didn't quite see that.
You thought that
I thought Desmaret, did the same thing. He worked the body. He was aggressive. But, typically speaking, I'm probably the worst judge in boxing's history. So it just appeared to me that Desmaret wants it a bit more than Cadeus.
Well,
I don't know what you think, Sal.
No, I think you're right on, Carl. Desmaret definitely looks like he's the aggressor, and again, we would want to see the other gentleman being a little busier, but here he comes out with a strong double jab. Maybe he's waking up now. Look at him. Now he's coming out with a little fire in that jab and a little bit of purpose.
Well, I mean,
it's third round. He's got to start
desperation,
and that's how he's got to fight.
I mean,
when you're fighting a 4-round fight, you've got to fight like every round's desperate. You don't have too much time to waste.
I'm hoping his corner told him that you better step it up.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, Desmaret looks like he might have run out of gas. Just as I say that, he starts, but seeing him breathing with his mouth open like that, Carl.
Well, maybe he's trying to, knowing that he's maybe physically fading, and maybe that's the reason why he's attacking and trying to get this thing out the way and land a big shot. You never know what happens when the guy gets hit. And it looks like he's the type of guy. I don't know because it's his pro debut. I really don't know if he's how big a puncher he is, but he looks like a pretty well fit type of guy, and he's short. He got some thick legs, and that's where the power comes from. And then we'll see.
Well, he's definitely not. He's not a fighter that's got any kind of smooth deliveries or anything. I mean, he seems pretty rough.
Yeah, and he has Cadeus at bay right now.
Ooh, nice shot.
He is not trying.
Right hand, overhand right.
That hurt Cadeus, and when they smile, we know that they're hurt.
They're hurt. When they shake their head, no, that didn't hurt me. Guess what?
He's landed another one, and another one. There are 3 solid shots he's landed in a row on Serge Cadeus, who all of a sudden his hands are down. Remember we were talking about
hands down by his waist.
But remember we said in round 1 his hands were up and he was structurally sound. I mean, he was technically sound.
Look at his eyes.
No, I think he's in some trouble.
His eyes are big.
I think he's in a little trouble.
Yeah, I agree. His eyes are big. He's like a little shot. The silver dollar size eyes indicate to me that
Yeah. And Wisner, he is breathing hard, but he's digging deep because he's still letting punches go, and they're landing. Again, he's getting right between the 2 hands of Serge Cadeus, landing shots and scoring.
It seems like to me, though, if he's seeing what I'm seeing, he's seeing one guy that's a little taken off by the barrage of punches that he got hit with. And the other guy's trying to take advantage of it, and I don't see if Cadeus is ready to return the action, basically.
No.
I think that if this was a 6 or an 8 round fight, Cadeus is fighting the perfect strategy because Wisner Desmaret, as we hear the bell to end the 3rd round, is clearly running out of gas, but Serge Cadeus is running out of time, Sal.
He's running out of time. It's so funny. I'm just looking at him, and at one instant, don't ever think that I'm making this analogy, but he almost is shaped and has a build. He looks like Tommy Hearns. Dude, when I first met him, when I first met him in Tampa, that's what I said. I said, "You look like Tommy Hearns." He's built like Tommy Hearns. His face looks like Tommy Hearns. He's not fight like Tommy Hearns. When I first met him in Tampa, we did a show together, and I didn't do a show with him. He fought on our show, and I said, "Man, you look just like Tommy Hearns." He says, "A lot of people say that to me." And he's very serious about boxing. He works very hard at it, but I think his game plan today was to try and prove that he's got the skill set and he's technically sound. The problem is that he's facing a guy that's trying to take his head off, and it's only a 4-round fight, not an 8-rounder. I'm just glad Tommy Hearns ain't here, so he don't knock us out for saying that this guy looks anything like Tommy Hearns. Look, that stance right there. When I left down like that, that looks like Tommy Hearns. Okay. It ain't working for him though. Yeah, a stiff jab. Tommy, hello out there. Tommy, I love you and glad you're in Detroit and not here knocking us out. Sal, in this fight, to me, Serge Cadeus, a stiff jab would be working so well for him. It would. And I don't know. It's like he's waiting. Guys, he may not be. We talk about
Wisner Desmaret running out of gas. But in a 4-round fight, I would like to see my guy dead after 4 rounds. He left it all in the ring. This guy, when you look at Serge Cadeus, he looks like he can go another 6-7 rounds. At this pace, there's no sense of urgency. No. He's not using his blatant skills that he has, his range, his talent. He's not letting his hands go, and maybe he's running out of gas. Or maybe those punches that Desmaret is landing may feel a little differently than they look.
No, this is a clear case of before the fight, the team is going we, and then after the fight, they go, he didn't do this and he didn't do that. To me, this is a whole team effort. They should be telling this guy after the first round, hey, Serge, this is a 4-round fight. What are you waiting for? Why are you taking snapshots here?
They did, Billy. They did use it in between rounds 1 and 2. The trainer was indicating, give him a little more jabs. He didn't do it, and I think he's falling further and further.
Oh yeah, well round 3 he was in some trouble. There's no way you could, I give him a courtesy round in round 2, but I can't say that in round 3.
Well, and you only have 4.
And I'm saying as we're in this 4th round, he's not doing much to help his cause.
No.
I think that undefeated record comes to an end here shortly.
Well, now he's looking for the ref, saying he's hitting behind the head. And Desmaret is still, and Desmaret just took a shot, but he's throwing punches and hitting nothing. But
in the judge's eyes, one guy's busy winging, and the other guy's busy holding
and moving backwards. And he just got landed with 2. He just got Serge just got tagged with another one. 3 strong shots.
Now I'm not gonna say that. He looks like an Aaron Pryor winging those punches, but because he surely isn't hitting the target.
You're going to get us beat up comparing these guys.
I love Aaron.
Tommy Hearns and Aaron Pryor. Huh? That's a real good analogy.
That's a fight that never happened.
Yeah, it ain't happening on this one either. I'll tell you that much. I'm glad that. Hello, Aaron in Cincinnati.
I love you, Aaron.
Yeah.
And there's the final bell.
Here we go.
Desmaret is, and Ron Rose is trainer right there. Desmaret is exhausted, as we thought.
And should be.
And Serge Cadeus looks like he could go 5 more rounds, which isn't going to help him in this fight. I think that Desmaret pulled out a decision win here. And to be honest with you guys, I would have thought that Desmaret would have ran out of gas. But he didn't.
No, he didn't.
To his credit, I'm unofficially thinking that he won this fight.
I happen to agree. Listen, all the years I've been in boxing, I love a 4-round fighter to be dead tired after the 4th round. Not a guy that has anything left because it's such a short fight. You want a guy to give it your all because you can ill afford to give away 1 round. You lose 2 rounds, the best you can get is a draw.
Right.
And that's a mark on your record. You have to jump out there and if you win 2 rounds in a row, you stand an excellent chance of winning. You got to just win 1 of the last 2 rounds. This guy, Cadeus, might be a better 6 or 8 round fighter than he is a 4-round fighter. That's up to him. That's a managerial thing.
Yeah, but this is his 2nd pro fight. He still should be thinking 4-round fights. So this is a guy that's thinking too much in there, like I was saying earlier.
Or maybe he's trained to do so. I don't know. I don't have the answer to that.
Well, I do have a little bit of answers on that.
Okay,
he's went through more trainers than you've gone through socks.
Well, here's
and he's got 1 pro fight.
What I do know is this. This is what I know as a matter of fact. He is no Tommy Hearns.
He looks like Tommy Hearns.
He looks like Tommy. I don't know how. I'm just my disclaimer is Tommy Hearns is one of the greatest ever. This guy is. Are you saying he looks a little kind of?
Looks like Tommy Hearns. His shape is. All right, we're gonna.
Here we go.
We're gonna get we're gonna get the official announcement right now from Bob Alexander.
And I'm gonna.
Ladies and gentlemen, before the decision, have a nice round of applause for both boxers, please. Ladies and gentlemen, from Robarts Arena in Sarasota, Florida, after 4 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. Judge Hamilton Forty scores the bout 40-36. Judges Jed O'Connor and Mike Ross both score the bout 39-37. For the winner, by unanimous decision, Wisner Desmaret.
Well, unanimous decision win for Wisner Desmaret in his pro debut, and he's now 1-0. And Serge Cadeus loses for the first time in his career. He's now 1-1. And to be honest with you, Sal, I think that he's got to go back and he's got to go back to the drawing board and figure out that he's got to fight 4-round fights or 4-round fights.
Well, exactly. Unless they book him for 6 or 8, his style of fighting right now, without the sense of urgency, he's got to keep busy. He's got to move those hands. He's got to move those legs. He's got to move that head, and he can't keep those hands down by his waist because he's going to get tagged by these shorter opponents and certainly by the larger opponents. So,
all right, we're going to take a short break here. We'll be back in 2.